Welcome to today's video. There's a lot of stuff that's about to get done on the E36. Some of the stuff we missed covering or I missed explaining to you guys. I just want to give a massive thank you to Duarte over at Drift HQ. He went way out of his way to get us some E36 M3 axles out of one of their shells. So we are going to be running E36 M3 axles as well as the stubs that go into this diff. The whole rear end's almost done. We're having some issues with the engine sending a little crooked right now, so that's what they're going to address. But in the meantime, before we start this video, we are heading over to Orlando Speed World to go do some Mustang things. Drive with aggression, Mike. Always drive with aggression. Yeah! Woo! I'm such a child, Mike. Sorry, Mike. You don't make it easy. Mike, why is your camera always out of focus? Mike, why are you shaking the camera so much? Well, Adam pretends like every road's a racetrack, so that doesn't help. They don't want none. Look who I found here at OSW. Woo woo! So what are we doing? Give them the rundown. What was the plan today?
Well, I'm in town, and you've obviously came and drove our demo cars at Auto Enthusiast Day a year or so ago. And I was like, why don't you just stop by and take a rip in the real race car? Wanted you to feel it, you know. It's always fun chatting with you and seeing your progression through drift, so I figure come feel a car that's been developed for a long time and see what you think.
This is like a huge deal. I was explaining to Mike this morning. It's not just, the demo car was really cool. Like that was the highlight of my year. But driving someone's Pro 1 car is, just the fact that you trust me with it, that's huge. Because that's like no joke. I don't know how to like properly convey it, but that's not, people don't just let people drive Pro 1 cars.
No, you're right. And
especially one of those.
We're certainly going to keep you on the infield. Not that I don't trust you, but we just can't chance any issues. We're going to toss you on the infield. I just want you to feel it. I'm curious, you know, you've obviously, you know, followed recipes and kind of started to figure things out on your own. And these are basically built from just our experience. So I'm curious, you know, you're very analytical. And so I'm excited for you to feel it. You know, I'm so jaded from driving them for so long. Yeah. But to your point, I've never let anyone drive my car except Chelsea, ever. In the history of my Formula D career, I'm the only one that's ever drove my car in my driver's seat. So,
for someone who's not super familiar with the RTR cars, like give me a quick spec rundown. Like what do they weigh? What do they make for power? Gearbox?
Sure.
Super basic.
Yeah. So we have a Ford Performance racing motor that is built by Roush Yates. It's 455 cubic inches. It makes about a little over 900 horsepower NA, and then we do about a 300 shot of nitrous. I don't know that you're going to need nitrous on the infield, but if so, we'll turn it on. It's got a 4-speed dog box. We run a Nitto NT555 G2 315 on the back, and it's got a quick change. We've got all the suspension is our own custom geometry, all billet arms and all that to give our angle and then achieve the grip levels and the characteristics of the car we want. So, yeah, it weighs 3,000 pounds, and just like you, we run BC coilovers. So you know you're going to get in there and you're going to feel it, and yeah, I'm excited because it's a very fun car to drive, and actually you're in luck because we just put our new setup on the car, which has made it a lot easier to drive, but it's still very fast, but it's very forgiving. So if you have a few little corrections and such, it doesn't accentuate it like you would see in our car previous years where it's moving all around. We've got a great tire, so we don't have to do all that insane stuff we used to do, so yeah.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for the car to be prepped, I managed to find some demo wheels.
Woo woo.
We're gonna get some practice in the GT350. I've been driving this car a lot.
Have you before?
I did it once at a bank track, like next to the walls, and it was terrifying.
Oh my god!
I'm like trying to learn how to not spin out. Like stock Mustangs do weird stuff. I'm excited.
This thing actually works great. I just have to get used to like how much differently it transitions with all the weight and stuff. So it's very easy to spin out, as you saw from the beginning clip. So once I get a feel from it, you can kind of predict it. It's actually really good.
One thing you'll see me doing here, I'm actually like intentionally understeering. If you're not familiar with Formula Drift or any cars of this sort, they have so much rear grip and so little front grip in comparison that you can actually just understeer in a straight line, and it helps get some heat in the front tires, so when you go to initiate, you have a little bit more steering feel. So we'll usually do that for a little bit and then do a couple figure eights, but I wasn't too worried about getting the rear tires up to temp. I definitely wasn't shifting the fastest. I'm not very experienced with dog boxes, so I kind of took it slow, but you'll see the other couple laps I started to shift a little bit harder and faster. One really cool thing, if you notice here, watch when I grab the handbrake. It actually adds a little bit of speed to the car. So the way that they're designed, I guess it kind of resets the chassis and the way that it unloads the suspension. And I'm not fully aware of how S550 geometry works. But the setup they have in their cars, when you grab the handbrake, it almost like speeds the car up, and it's really cool. Usually the handbrake as a tool isn't meant for so much as slowing down as extending a corner or kind of hanging back in drift without propelling forward. So in theory, I would think that would work better. Just a little bit weird when you're used to how like an S chassis would react to grabbing the handbrake. got yelled at.
Not by me.
No, so you specifically said if you hit limiter, back off, right?
Yeah.
But I was thinking in drift, I wasn't thinking on the run up, and it's got so much power that I'm just so used to in my car. I have to be floored, bang gear, floored, bang gear, floored.
Yeah.
Not with that.
No, it's okay. You're just, you know, you had 5 minutes in the car and you killed it.
Thanks, man.
So it was really cool. I don't get to see my car in action too often except for video. So
With the
thanks for
new
letting me
livery,
see
by
that
the
all
way.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a brand new livery. This is exclusive. Well, I guess you've already posted it. But
No, it's not out. Oh yeah,
Well,
it
by
will
the
be.
time this is
Yep,
up.
it will be.
But I'm super thankful.
Yeah, you did a great job. It was cool watching you. You know, I think calm down just a little bit. Like on the straightaway, like you blew through all the grip.
Yeah.
You would enter that turn way faster. You would have to enter drift way earlier. But at least you got to feel it. You didn't even spin.
No, it doesn't feel like that Mustang.
Right.
Yeah, it feels more
Well-
like a drift car.
Well, that Mustang is built for grip racing.
Mm-hmm.
So a stock GT would be better than a GT350 drifting.
But your car, that's manual power steering rack versus
That is
electric?
that is a manual rack.
Okay,
Correct.
yeah. I know the electric is that's when, like when I drove that other demo car, you kind of have to predict it more.
Yeah.
Where that feels very like intuitive.
Yeah, for sure. The electric rack is works, but you lose a little bit of feel. There's a compromise with the electric rack in drifting. On road racing, it's great, especially because you can change the modes of it. So you don't get everything's a compromise in this stuff, as you know. So
I compare it a lot to anyone that drifts on Assetto Corsa. Like on sims, you kind of have to predict what the car's going to do without as much feedback. That's how it feels to me. Like that's the easiest way to compare it.
yeah,
Where like that feels like you're driving a car.
yeah,
That's
for
sick.
sure. Second,
Well,
nice
anyway,
job.
yeah, thank
You're
you
also,
again.
I think, the first one to ever drive my race car without a suit on.
All right, so we still got some tires left on the GT350, so I thought for a funny juxtaposition, we'll go do the same exact lap now in a stock GT350.
What I'm struggling with right here is that whole electric steering thing I'm talking about. The transitions are super, super tough. So I'm gonna try to really slow down the transition and get the car to do what I want. How's it look?
It looks cool out here. There you go.
Want to know the craziest thing?
What?
The LSD on this car, if I would dip one wheel up on the bank, it would cut throttle. Like it would.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not a welded, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
As soon as I touched the tire on the outer rim, it got mad.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh well.
I linked it.
I'm gonna go play on the skid pad.